Today in my backlog, I have some Astra Militarum I want to improve on. So let's get into it. So this build is about tackling a model I dislike. This heavy weapon squad, to me, they seem tight, unnatural, the faces are flat, and a lot of the basing I've seen on the advertising is a little boring. So I decided to try to tell a story with this model, to build a concrete wall around them and give a sense of a battlefield. If any of you out there are looking to build some easy cement walls or basing, corkboard is the best thing to go for with a little bit of spackle on top. If you haven't learned this, it's a total game changer, and I highly suggest you try it out. To make this model pop, I decided to not just do concrete, but add tiling. Yes, tiling, and I did cut out every single one of those squares. It was extremely tedious, but in the end, it added some more depth to that base that I think was needed to make this model so much more interesting. So as you can tell by the title of this video, it's called You're Going to Suck. And I think that's something that every single artist has faced, that critical voice in their head that says, hey, you suck. And it's true, we're all going to suck at some point. But I think it's one of the things that we need to remember, that it takes a lot of time to get any better. And even when you do get better, there'll always be something to improve upon. I've been doing art since high school, and if anything I've learned is that you pick up one thing, you master it, and then the other thing starts lacking, and you need to pick that up and master it. And then you find that you want to do something else, and you need to pick that up and master it, and the circle goes round and round again, and you will always be learning. Hopefully, this video will inspire you guys to tackle something that you feel like you suck at, and or you dislike, and pushes you to see what you are capable of. Basically, keep doing bad, so eventually you can do good. So eventually you can learn again and be bad at something and do good. You guys get the point of the video. Yeah, I'm over this little corny bit. Let's get back to the build. So in order to make the tiles pop, I decided to base everything in a matte black. After doing that, I threw on a dryer sheet and sprayed my primary color over it, and this gave a marbling effect with the black veins and everything else, and it looks awesome. For our concrete, we use the basic dry brushing method, working our way from black to gray to white, keeping some areas darker than others to make it really pop and give it some contrast. Fun fact, if you didn't already know, you can get an awesome dry brush in the form of a makeup brush at the local dollar store. So for the colors of the troops themselves, I started with a moot green, wet blending my way down to a warp storm glow green. This may seem extremely bright right now, but later we're going to be doing some battle damage and make these troopers pop a little less, so that way they look worn and torn. As for the things like the clothing and the fatigues, I just basically went for a off-white gray color. I would list what kind of gray I used, but in all honesty, I can't remember, so use whatever you have at hand. So for whatever reason, I didn't show myself painting the boots here, but what I tend to use is a Mephiston red mixed with Vallejo's beastly brown. So next up is painting the face, and in all honesty, I don't really have much of a method of painting faces. I simply go into the creases of the face with dark brown colors and build my way up with wet blending and lighter colors until it looks kind of natural. I'm not really the best at this, so if you want a tutorial, there's definitely a lot out there that can show a better process than mine. After wet blending the shades on that guy and doing the metallics, we're finally going in with our battle damage, which this, to me, is honestly the fun part. I started really seeing the transformation of this boring model that I disliked into something that I could get behind. Who knew Streaking Grime could do so much? And now, with the final step of taking off the Streaking Grime, I simply did the same thing to the gun, same colors, same grime, same battle damage, and now I can finally show you the end result of this project. There it is, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, like, and share with your friends, especially if you're having a little bit of artist block. Hopefully this inspires you to tackle a project you're not feeling so tight about, and I will hopefully see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.